I want to talk about George Takei versus William Shatner. So, for those who don't know, William Shatner went with Blue Origin into suborbit yesterday with the Blue Origin phallic rocket. And it was cool. It was cool to see someone so old. He's 90. I mean, and I was commenting on it yesterday. He looks great for 90. Well, it turns out not everyone agrees. George Takei called William Shatner an unfit guinea pig after spaceflight. Okay, this is from page 6. Of course, you know, they're probably going to be... Anyway, George Takei, decades-long feud with William Shatner is rocketing into space. The Star Trek actor threw enough shade as his former on-screen captain to cause an eclipse. Oh my gosh, enough with these. As he dismissed Shatner's flight this week on Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin capsule and described him as not the fittest specimen. Quote, "He's boldly going where other people have gone before," snarked Takei, 84, when page 6 asked him what he thought of Captain Kirk's brief trip Wednesday to the edge of space. "He's a guinea pig, 90 years old, and it's important to find out what happens," Takei added as he spoke to the opening of Thoughts of a Colored Man on Wednesday night. So 90 years old is going to show a great deal more on the wear and tear of the human body, so he'll be a good specimen to study. Although he's not the fittest specimen for 90 years old, he's also a specimen that's unfit. My goodness, let me just say real quick, jealousy, it's not a good look on anyone. It just isn't. If you're jealous, I mean, that says a lot more about you than it does about the person that you're talking about. I'm looking at you, George Takei. Clearly, you're upset about a bunch of stuff. And I started digging. I'm like, what is the reason? Because I've heard rumblings of a discrepancy in their relationship between William Shatner and George Takei. I'm like, what is the deal? And I looked it up. And I didn't find not one thing from Will Shatner talking about George Takei. Every single article, every single thing was George Takei complaining about William Shatner. That's it. That's the only thing I could find. I'm gonna get into a couple of those articles. During his trip, the Canadian-born Shatner experienced a few moments of weightlessness aboard the spacecraft and delivered a lengthy, meandering monologue after he landed. Meandering? Are you serious? Meandering? It was heartfelt. It was awesome. I quoted him yesterday. I read the whole thing. It was great. He was awe-inspired. He said, "I never wanted to lose this feeling. It was life and death. We should cherish this planet that we're on. More people should have that thought instilled in their brain because this is the only place we have. If we lose Earth, where are we going to go? What are we going to do? We don't have an answer to that right now. So we should cherish what we've got." And that was the point of what he was saying. Of course, this is page 6 that I'm reading. Anyway, the two Star Trek stars have famously bickered for years, with Takei accusing Shatner of ignoring him on set and even changing the script of Star Trek V so Takei's character, Hikaru Sulu, would not receive command of a spaceship. Notice how they say the two of them have been bickering, with Takei doing all the bickering. And that's what I've noticed. Takei also slammed the TJ Hooker star as very self-centered. In turn, Shatner has blasted back, claiming that there's a psychosis there. There must be something else inside George that is festering. It makes him unhappy that he takes it out on me. Why would he go out of his way to denigrate me? It's sad. I feel nothing but pity for him. He's not attacking back. He's not blasting Takei. He's responding to Takei attacking him nonstop. And there's so many different articles. But then read this is where it all makes sense. At the very end, joining Takei at the play's opening night were celebs including Joel Grey, Miralu Henner, and Nicole Ari Parker. It makes Broadway history as the first play to be written, directed, lead produced by, and starring black artists. Congratulations, that's all you will be known as. Cool. You're not known for being an amazing play. It's just that it's the first of all these black everything. All right. Is that what you want to be known as? You don't want to achieve greatness because of the play itself being really good, or you just want to be known? You know what? I'm not going to get sidetracked. It's very easy to go there because these people just love going there. But he's selling something. George Takei is selling something. And I'm looking at all these different articles, and there's a lot. George Takei explains why he can't stand Shatner on Real Time with Bill Maher. And all he's doing is just complaining about him being self-centered and this and that, blah, 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 all this stuff. There's another one. Where is it? Here we go. George Takei opens up about feud. Blah, blah, blah. He's all in it for himself. He didn't come to I invited to his wedding, and he didn't come. And, you know, he didn't forgive him, but he already invited him to his new musical, Allegiance, which he wrote about his family struggles. So he's selling himself. He's only coming out and complaining about William Shatner when he himself is doing something. He's got some play that he's working on. He's got some, what was this? Allegiance. Something, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's just he's doing himself. He's promoting himself. He's trying to get clout off of William Shatner instead of working hard himself. So there was a Quora quote. Hold on, where is it? What's the beef between George Takei and William Shatner? And in here, someone says, it seems from interviews I've watched from various disgruntled cast members that the non-starring cast members had a sense of entitlement and unexpressed resentment about not having important roles which they turned up and asked for and accepted, roles which at the time were the best opportunity they could find. Over the years, as the short time they spent working on Star Trek has become more and more as a defining part of their lives, they've embellished the idea that Shatner was some sort of epic jerk because the type of tittle-tattle was more commercial value than their acting talents. Shatner, by contrast, seems to have been focusing on working. And that nails it! Chef's kiss to Anonymous. Thank you, Anonymous. I don't know who you are, but you summed it up perfectly. Every single time I've ever heard about George Takei, it's complaining about William Shatner. And at the end of all these articles, it's him trying to promote something that he's working on. When, in contrast, all I see is William Shatner working hard on something that he's doing. It's like, oh, I'm a victim. Now you should buy my products because I'm a victim. You should go see this play because it's all minority owned. Is it a good play? Are the actors good? Were the directors good? Is the script good? Well, if it's good, then that's why I want to see it. That's the reason you should want to see it. I'm so sick of this. And he falls in line with this whole narrative of we need to glorify the victims, or the marginalized, the self-imposed victims, I should say, because they're not real victims. They're claiming to be victims to get pity points so that you'll go get their products, whether they're good or not. So George Takei, can you stop worrying about William Shatner, please, and focus on you? Come on, let it go. Because guess what? He doesn't care. Seriously, someone in chat just said, obsessed with Cat much? Yeah, I think so, Adrian. I think so. My.